The information discussed on Talkin' Money with Jeff Tarbell is believed to be from reliable sources. However, no responsibility is assumed for inaccuracies. No statement made on this broadcast should be construed as a specific recommendation of a particular investment product. Views expressed are those of the speakers and do not necessarily represent those of CBS Radio. Use only as directed.
Smiles, everyone. Smiles. And prepare yourself for...
Show me the money!
Ladies and gentlemen, the radio broadcast experience designed to keep your wallet in top condition. It's Talkin' Money with Jeff Tarbell.
Talkin' money. Talkin' money.
More money, more money, more money.
And now entering the studio, your guru for fiscal fitness, Jeff Tarbell.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good morning.
It's been a weird morning already, and it's just getting started. And I am hearing myself, and I don't know what it is about this microphone. It's like it must be my ears or my head. How are you doing?
Echo.
You catch your breath?
Yes.
You did?
I look like a little jog in the morning.
There's something about running across the street and getting exercise to get a donut. It almost seems counterintuitive. Now, did you drop your cigarette across the street?
I did.
Are you okay there?
I'm almost sweating right now.
Well, Chris is in there like in an iceberg, so we could trade spots there. Hey, how you doing? This is Talkin' Money. My name is Jeff Tarbell. That's John Fodorero, and this is another Saturday. We start every Saturday in the same way, sort of, with the 30 seconds from the mind of the genius, Chris Verlaud, who just brought us some interesting news. I'll read through this while you're talking there, Chris, while I have a bite of my donut. So what's happening there, big boy?
Well, with the Giants winning last night against the Cardinals, there's been a lot of talk around the area about what it is to be a true fan and who are the bandwagon fans and who are the true fans.
Bandwagon here.
This is how I judge it. You're not a true fan of a team unless at some point in their past or currently you absolutely hate that team and you want everything to just end. As of right now, I'm a huge fan of the Boston Red Sox because I absolutely hate them. So you need to have that past where you are with your team through thick and thin. If it's one of those things where the Giants don't make the playoffs last year, who cares? Whatever. Well, you know what? You need to hate them because they're the ones causing you all the problems in your life right now.
That I hate the NHL right now, then.
So you're a huge fan of the NHL, then?
Yes, I love the NHL, but I hate them right now, and I hate them in the past too. So I got you. I got this little. Should I read this news bulletin? Is this okay to read, or what do you think?
It's out there on Twitter. It's not official. It's what the agent of one of the players is saying.
Okay. I guess
sponsor.
I guess we'll be giving out lots of Mountain Lions tickets today with VIP passes and free dinner and everything else too, because Chris just handed us that it appears that maybe the UFL, the United Football League, is going to shut down the rest of their season. I think there was only
two more
home games left, right?
Yeah.
So according to agent David Cantor, the league has battled financial issues for years and was forced to delay the start of its fourth year. And they've lost $100 million in the first two seasons. That's not a good start to anything. So, you had been hearing some news that maybe the players hadn't been paid yet.
Yeah, it says here that the players would receive a $1,000 payment when owed $7,000.
Okay, so there you go. But you know what? Are those guys playing for the $7,000 anyway? Or are they really playing to get out there and hopefully
make the million? Sure.
Yeah, catch an NFL scout.
Agreed.
So, how about we just say, guys, you know what? Show up. We're gonna have a impromptu football game Friday night. We got some gear for you. We'll turn the lights on in the studio. You guys can come out and play a little bit. So we'll see if the UFL keeps it together or not. But maybe that might. Well, we'll give away some tickets anyway. They could be these could be collector's items now. You just put the ticket away. And 20 years down the road, someone will say, "What was the Mountain Lions? What was that all about, Daddy?" And you can whip out your ticket and show it to them.
You could put it next to your River Rats tickets and your Sacramento Surge ticket.
Oh, I still had a Sacramento Surge hat somewhere. I think if I could find. I still have a Billy Ball, Oakland A's baseball. This is Billy Ball on it. I think somewhere around. And that might be getting close to being worth something too. Yeah. Or maybe I should just go back to work and not worry about collector stuff. This has been I got up too early today. This is the problem. So as some of you might know, I bought another house. We've been kind of fixing it up, and now we're really getting in the roll of things. Now we've got a couple permits been issued, and we're getting the getting some of the cosmetic stuff together. But outside on this property, there was kind of an old, I don't want to call it a pond because it wasn't even that defined, but it was just kind of an old mess. So my brother-in-law and I decided yesterday we'll rent a D6 cat dozer. We got some dirt delivered, so we started pushing some dirt around last night. And I was thinking last night, and this is so cool because you just can't stop. These things will do anything. They'll just. It was I thought it would be such a relief if you had a job your job was to run a D6 cat.
Is that a step up from the John Deere lawnmower?
This is slightly bigger than my current riding mower, which I've already destroyed and had to have put back together. Yes. And I've been advised now, please do not take this off the actual manicured grass or you'll hurt yourself and hurt others. So this is a little bigger than the John Deere mower. But I thought, man, what a great job is driving a dozer around, because no matter what kind of attitude you're in, if you're just like in a totally pissed off mood and you're driving a dozer around, Mike was pushing old dead trees over and pushing. I'm like, this is awesome. What a way to get your. So right at the end last night, we were pushing around. I go, hey, we got to go. It's starting to get dark. So he takes one more turn to push, like one more pile in, and there was just right at the deep end, there was a little bit of just muck. And the thing just goes, and it goes right in. Now, do you know how you get a D6 dozer out of the muck when you're really stuck?
You get a bigger
You don't.
dozer.
What you do is you call a bigger tow truck company. I called the lady. I said, can I use my AAA card to pull a dozer out of 6 feet of mud? She said, no, you can't. So I had to show up there this morning at 7 o'clock in the morning, and it is possible to get a D6 dozer stuck. This guy showed up with one of those, the big massive tow trucks, like the time they tow other tow trucks with. He showed up there. He's like, oh, that's nothing. He wasn't. He yanked this sucker out of there in 5 minutes. But I had to get up early this morning to go pay the guy to yank the dozer out of them.
Any video of that?
I got a ton of video of it. Because my brother-in-law is not excited with himself. Now, he kept telling me, you get in and drive it. And I thought, these things cost money to rent. I am not going to waste my money learning how to drive a D6 dozer around. So then he got it stuck anyway. So it's going to be great.
Nice, Mike.
Great. I'm making a video to put it, and that's going to be the lead story of our video. So it'll be fun. The other thing I know, speaking of automobiles and stuff, so I'm driving around in this Dodge Charger, 2012 Dodge Charger, which is just kind of a demo car. I'm waiting for some repairs on my vehicle. But for some reason, everybody wants to race me. And I've all my life I've never owned what you would call like a muscle car. Never. I've always owned something that was usually trucks. Trucks are an SUV, or I had a Honda. That's always kind of SUV type of a car. So I've never had a true muscle car. So I'm driving around in this thing, and of course today I'm wearing this Dodge hat. So I look like if I had a little bit of skull in my mouth.
Joe Dirt.
Yeah, I look like I'm ready to haul ass and race somebody. So everybody's pulling up on me today in this Charger, and I'm like, are these guys wanting to race me? And I've come to the conclusion that I guess it does matter what you drive, because I've noticed a couple things in the last couple days now that I've been driving this thing around. Is everybody who's driving a Prius, are you in fact actually pedaling those things? Because is there a rule you cannot go more than 28 miles an hour in a Prius? I don't get that. And secondly, if you're driving at one of those, is it the BMW Mini or is it the Mini Cooper? The Mini Cooper. You are, in fact, not filming another version of the Italian Job. Everybody who drives a Mini Cooper thinks they are racing, or they are with filming some movie. I'm like, these guys drive those like a bat out of hell.
So cool.
I don't. And you're in the smallest vehicle possible. Do not try to cut me off in my excursion. I will run you over, and I won't even know it. So
I will eat you for breakfast.
I will eat you right over.
My donut.
So there's all my stories. Yeah, then I went to get a donut this morning, and because our phone screener didn't show up with our cookies because she's not here. And I didn't eat because I was up trying to pull a D6 dozer out of the mud. And I walk up to the counter, and I'm going to get Chris and John some donuts because we're all going to be here. And I look at my wallet up, and I don't have, moths flew out of it. And I don't have a penny to my name because my daughter took my last $20. And then Chris says, this is why you don't have kids. See, this is the entire, we are now up to speed where I am today. Okay. So I make John
Jeff Tarbell's resume.
That's right. So you're all caught up with me. We're good. And I've got a lot of stuff today to cover. I have some stuff that really should irritate you to no end, particularly here in California. I got some stock market news. The stock market is doing some weird things, and lots of little fun stuff as well. We got some quizzes to give away. I don't know what we're going to give away now. I guess we're going to go to our favorite sponsor, the very first sponsor of this show, which is
Jim Boy's.
Got to be Jim Boy's. Got to be Jim Boy's Tacos. So we'll do that too. And I've got some other little fun stuff to do. We'll take all your calls and questions if you'd like to jump in today, 339-1140. you've got better tricks for how to get a D6 to. Well, it's out of the mud now, so you got some. If you got some driving trips on a D6 or a Dodge Charger, this thing's got a Hemi engine too. This thing really moves.
Dude, that thing's got some.
But I think you can actually watch the gas gauge go right as you just you can just watch the gauge go down. It's like driving an Excursion, so it's pretty fun. You can text us at 441140 if you'd like also. And if you want to come down and show us how fast you can drive your Mini Cooper, we'll watch you in the parking lot as you can flip around and we'll film you if that makes you feel better. So I don't know, I'm just irritated by drivers right now. I don't know why. What you got going on, eh?
Going up to play a little golf today.
Yeah.
Nakoma Golf Resort. Dragon. I heard it's a very difficult course, and with my skills, I think it's going to be a long day. Just
bring a case of balls, and you'll be fine. Or you can do what I do. How
about a case of beer?
Bring a case of beer and I'll just be the designated driver.
Balls.
The driver. That's what I do. I mean, I bring literally maybe I'll bring 6 balls, and when I'm out, it's like at Vegas. Whatever you decide you're going to spend, when I'm out, I'm out. In the meantime, with me, I can hit the ball a long way. I just can't find it. So it goes like one of these big, huge arcing things, So I, after like 6 balls, I'm done. Like 4 holes later, I'm like, I'm just drinking beer and drive. I'll drive you guys around.
Sure.
It'll be fine.
Definitely. So I'm just glad we're going up today because by Monday it'll be snowing.
Was that right?
That's what they say.
It better. So how long does it take you to get up to Nakoma from here? Did you figure it out?
Thinking it's going to be about 2 hours.
Okay. So you're going up 80, 89?
80 to 89.
Okay.
Keep going.
Cool. That'll be fun. So you have to report back on that. Yep. We gave away a few passes up there, so I hope some people made it. I figure I'll just get this out of the way because this was such the big news of the week, and you used to be one. So Mr. Lance gave up. This is what I don't understand. Is why is everybody jumping off? Speaking of bandwagon fans there, Chris, why is everybody jumping off the Lance Armstrong bandwagon now?
It's ridiculous. Absolutely.
Does anybody really believe that anything's different now than it was when he was racing?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
I mean, and did we care? Really?
No. Nope.
And did he still overcome cancer? Yeah. So, I mean, some people call bike racing one of the dirtiest sports in terms of just cheating, if you will.
Yeah.
I mean, not using like
abuse.
Not like me. I had a little engine on my bike. That's really cheating, but of abuse. But what is it now? He still hasn't come out and said I did it. Yeah. It's just and the reports are just another report. I know how his biking friend said he did it, but they've been saying that forever.
Yeah,
there's some other stuff coming out too.
Oh, is there?
Like he bribed people he was going up against to take a fall so he can win $1 million bonus in a race.
That's business, man.
That's business.
Hey, if you and I are running a race,
if you want to win,
Chris, and I say, look, if I push you down and I'll get $100,000, I'll give you 50, just so we get the money. So take a dive. That's what boxing's about.
I don't think you have to worry about me taking a dive in the running race.
You just watch John go across the street to get a donut. It's like that. What's that movie, Frogger, where you have to walk across the old Seinfeld episode? He's going across there.
If it was on video, it all looked like we were in slow motion.
Yes, it was.
So I guess everybody's decided that all the companies have made enough money off Lance already now anyway. So this is the time you would drop somebody, right? Because now I got to keep paying you, and you're really not doing anything anymore. So I guess I'll drop you. And so that's what happens with Nike, and who else? He had the Trek Bike Company and the Giro helmets and Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah.
But, his career's over.
Michelob.
They made their money off him. They sold 50 million yellow bands. So does that mean now we're going to see, if you look in the river, you'll see all these little yellow wrist bracelets floating down the river now, or in the toilets? Do you still wear your yellow ribbon bracelet?
If you support cancer, sure.
Yeah, but were you doing that because you supported cancer, or are you doing that because this guy on the bike would look cool wearing it?
Well, all depends.
Okay.
That's a good question.
Yeah, so he's made his millions already, and now someone insinuated this week, I heard on the news, that maybe he'll now be subject to a fair amount of lawsuits. So maybe he'll have to give.
Well, he's been fighting those for years anyway. I mean, that's part of why he got out of it, to not fight him, and now he's going to end up having to fight him anyway.
I think it's ridiculous. I think the story's been so old and so long. It's just
agreed.
Whatever. I think it was a business decision. You say, you know what, Nike says we're not going to keep paying him millions of dollars. And just
Well, and then when a lot of these guys get busted doing things, then they change the history books. 5 years later, Floyd Landis didn't really win the Tour de France. He's now out of the history books. Well, everybody remembers who won it.
So does that mean the guy who's in second spot, does he become the winner?
Yes.
So
and they're like, oh yeah, great, thanks.
As I say, what a total letdown. You're the Tour de France winner 9 years later.
Yeah,
great.
That's what happens.
I missed out on all what I could have had. So
yeah,
I just think it's ridiculous, quite frankly.
Overdone, overplayed. Move on.
Every sport that we watch has got some cheating in it.
Yes.
I'm cheating right now. I'm actually eating a donut and talking. We got to take a quick break. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. You can text us at 441140. You want to do a quiz question or you want to do the one? You go ahead.
Let's do it. So let's see. Gerard Richter's painting, abstract painting, sold for $34.2 million.
Ooh.
And that's a record for a living artist.
Okay.
The question is, who owned that painting?
Who was the seller?
Yep, who was the seller?
Okay, Gerard Richter's $34 million painting just sold, and the seller
is
who? 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. You can text us at 441140.
Jim Boy's Tacos.
And we'll be right
back, Jack.